Today I want to explain why most YouTubers, their channel is completely dead before they even post 100 videos. Now that's a scary thought. You might be sitting there thinking, okay, well, I posted 20 videos. Is my channel gonna be dead? It certainly might be if you don't understand the 10 things that I'm about to explain to you. First off, you're probably like, who the heck is this dude if you have no idea who I am? My name is Nathan and I've been able to build multiple channels with over 10 million subscribers. I'm not some random YouTube guru that just studied a bunch of channels and is all of a sudden a super genius. I'm an actual YouTuber that started back in 2012. I've built my channels from nothing to the millions, and on top of that, we've been able to grow some incredible brands through our channels, like big CPG products, big toy company, and a lot of other things through the distribution of our channels. But the reason I say that is because there's so many YouTube gurus out there that have no idea what the heck they're talking about when it comes to content creation. They think they know, and then they feed all of their information into some AI bot and makes them look like a super genius when in reality they've never built a channel from nothing to millions. Now that I got that off my chest, let me explain to you the 10 reasons that most people, when they start a YouTube channel, it dies and they can't revive it. They can't get it back to life. These 10 things are incredibly important, and if you can understand these 10 things, you can be above and you can think like the top 1% of creators that are able to get play buttons like these. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Find me a YouTube guru that has a 10 million subscriber play button. I bet you they freaking don't. None of them do. They Anyways, that's why I'm in the space. I'm here to educate. I'm here to teach you guys the real stuff, all right? Let's talk about the first thing. Being very brave with big, creative, eye-catching video ideas. This is easily one of the most important things. When I was starting my YouTube channel, I thought it was all about scripting, it was all about videos, it was all about, like how I talk to my audience, and it is about those things, it is. But you have to understand the 3 laws of content creation are click, watch, return. You have to get someone to click your video. This has to do with your video idea, your title, and your thumbnail. You have to get someone to watch your video. That's step 2. That has to do with your filming, your personality, your editing, your film style, whatever that is. And then you have to get someone to return to your next video. That's how you build an audience, you build momentum, and you get to millions and millions of subscribers. And the return thing depends on how good you do number 1 and number 2. But the problem is if number 1 never happens, if the click never happens, nothing else matters. It's one of those things where it's like you can write the best marketing, you can have LeBron James promote your product, but if your product sucks, your product sucks. You have to get someone to click on it. That is step 1, okay? So that has been one of my biggest focuses over the last, I would say, probably 6 or 7 years. When I first started my YouTube channel, it was not my big focus. I didn't understand how to think of good video ideas for my audience. But over time, it has shifted, and that is my number 1 focus. We do not make a video unless we are insanely confident with the idea of the video itself. And then we proceed to the script, the thumbnail, the logistics, and everything else. The next thing I want to talk about is Bluprint Premium! If you guys want to actually grow your channel, you can actually partner with my team and myself, and we'll actually build out a custom audit and a custom blueprint for your channel to help you grow. This is a paid service, but I promise you, it's good. We personally operate this with a small team. You can go on the website, fill out an application. You will actually get on the phone with someone from our team. We're gonna see if you qualify, and then we'll go from there. So check it out. There's a link in the description. But going over to the second thing, you need creator friends. You want to build a group of creators that you can actually learn from, because 4 brains is more powerful than 1 brain, right? So whatever industry you're in, you want to start getting connected with groups and similar creators, because this was one of the biggest breakthroughs I have. I started being friends with creators in my space, simple as that. And I would get on calls with them. Back in the day, we had Skype. That's what we used. So we would hop on Skype calls, we would share video ideas, and we would actually collaborate with each other, make videos together. It was just so helpful to me, because being a creator, you are really a solopreneur. You're doing everything solo. It tends to get lonely. So really trying to connect with people, even small creators. Let's say you have 10,000 subscribers. You don't have to go connect with a creator that has 1 million subscribers, because to be honest, they're probably not gonna wanna connect with you. I'm just being honest. But you can find other small creators that have, 5K, 20K, 30K subscribers, and a lot of these people are willing to connect with you. You can email them, find their social media handles, send a message. This is how I met my group of friends. You can also go to in-person events and conventions. There's a lot of YouTuber conventions where you can go out, meet people, build friends, build relationships, because I promise you, it's much easier to create in groups than it is by yourself. Number 3, you need to study your content nearly every single day, okay? You need to understand that knowledge limits your decisions, and the more you're able to study your content, the better decisions you'll make in the future. So study your intros, study your retention, study your CTR, look at your competitors, see what they're doing. Don't just spend all this time creating. You should spend time creating, but you should also spend a lot of time just studying. That's one of the things I wish I did when I started my channel. I only spent time creating. I didn't spend time studying. If I had a video that failed, I wouldn't even look at it. I wouldn't even pull up the analytics. I would be like, nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to look at it. But if I would have spent time studying the failures and the wins a little more, I probably could have made much better decisions for my future videos, and I failed to do that. So please do that. The next thing, and this is kind of about studying, but your data can tell you everything. Learn from your data, study your data, and adjust based on your data. There's a lot of YouTubers that are like against data and they don't want to look at their analytics and they just want to like create to create. And I could understand why they want to do that if their channel is very focused around their personality and nothing else. But a lot of the time as a creator, data tells you everything. And YouTube is owned by Google. Google is one of the biggest search engines, best data analytical programs in the world, and they're able to tell you everything about your viewership, why people click, why don't people click. It's all in your channel. Definitely check out the advanced analytics tab to your YouTube channel and dive deep and learn how to use these tools because they are the back-end data to your future decisions. So please do that. The next thing I want to talk about is having passion for your content. Otherwise, you're going to burn out. A lot of creators start channels because they just want to make videos and they want to make money. Cool, but if you don't have a true passion for what you're actually talking about and the videos that you're creating, you are going to burn out. It took me 574 long-form videos to hit my first video with 1 million views. That took about 3.5 years. If I didn't love what I was doing every second of the day, I would have quit. I would have completely quit. I probably wouldn't even last a year. So it's one of those things where you have to love what you're doing. You have to really, really love what you're doing, but also you have to understand that your love for what you're doing will grow over time. Like think of a basketball player. If I pick up a basketball for the first time, I'm not gonna instantly fall in love with it, but if I slowly play basketball every other day for the next 3 months, I might fall in love with it at the end of 3 months. And then my passion for it grows over time. The next thing is to connect with your fans. Make a community, make a Discord, make a Reddit, make a social media account so your fans can come follow you and interact with you in other ways. This is so incredibly important because the viewers, the fans that are consuming your content are the reason that you're literally doing this. So why would you not want to connect with them more? This is something I wish I would have done in the beginning because it could have led me to so many more opportunities that I didn't know existed, but because I failed to just like connect with my fans. Now, obviously I connected with my fans on my YouTube videos, right? My videos were very connective. They were very like, you know, very personality focused. The videos were connecting, but I'm talking about more than just videos. I'm talking about going deep into your comment section. I'm talking about making a community where people can join it and you can just talk to your fans every day about the videos that you create. This is what humans are missing. Humans love connection and we need more of that. The next thing is to make your last video your competition, because if you're not improving, you're not growing. So what you want to do is you want to take the last video you posted, you want to pick 2 or 3 things from that video to improve. Maybe it's your editing, maybe it's your intro, whatever it is, and you want to apply that to your next video and you want to repeat that nearly 100 times. And I guarantee you, if you can do that 100 times with 100 videos, you will look back from video 1 to video 99 and be like, holy, I improved so much. That's exactly what I did to grow my channel. And the last thing I want to talk about is that your drive determines your success. So really what it comes down to is how bad do you actually want it? That's it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. How bad do you want it? I wanted to be a YouTuber more than anything. And when I started my YouTube channel, I knew it was my only way. I was going to school, I was failing school, I went to a bunch of colleges, I hated college, I hated school. I'm just being honest, this was just my life. Everyone's different, but this was my reality. And I thought to myself, I'm like, YouTube is my only option. If I cannot be successful on YouTube, I guess I'm gonna be flipping fries at McDonald's. It was YouTube or nothing. Right? So I was extremely driven to make this work. I mean, I was working late nights. I was working every weekend. I worked on Christmas Day. I filmed videos on Christmas. It was nonstop. I have a map over here to show you how hard I worked. On my 5th and 6th year of YouTube, this is when things really started to scale up. I was posting 887 videos. in 1 year. And these are all long form videos. These are not shorts. Shorts did not exist back then. This is long form, 20, 30, 40-minute videos. So that is how driven I was to make this a success. And when I started YouTube, I was finishing up middle school, going into high school. By the time I graduated high school, I had 1 million subscribers and I was making about $30,000 a month. So it took me about 5 years to like really make things happen and really start to get viewership, get money, and like make a little business out of it. That's what it took. So again, guys, if you want to work with my team, Bluprint Premium, check it out. There's a link in the description. We will work with you one-on-one. We will build a custom blueprint for your channel, for your growth, for your niche. We'll also give you a full audit on the health of your channel. And we also do group coaching with myself and a bunch of other creators. We have a big, awesome community in there. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe, and we'll see you soon in a new video.